Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back. Uh, Merry Christmas to everybody who will be here or is watching in the future. There's a there's a lot to think about on Christmas, and a lot to be thankful for, and a lot to reflect on. And so today I'm just gonna be kind of playing the game, and I wanted to listen to some old presidential um, Christmas addresses. These are somewhat somber most times, but also can be very joyful. Um, and it really shows how different the world is now compared to other points in time. And a lot of these speeches still reflect very well today. And we'll talk a little bit about each speech as we go through and how I feel about it. Um, I've not gone and done this ever, really. And so just going back and listening to it will also help me in some ways. My family is not that far from me. Um, we pretty much live on the same property, and we've been very thankful for every moment of us being together. Um, there's not many of my family left, and so I really do cherish everything that they've ever done for me, with me, even if they're just nearby. I'm thankful for them being there. There are many Christmases that I've had where I've been able to go and be with my family, and that means the absolute world to me. I've never had that many friends. I've never I've never really had many issues when it comes to Christmas. It's always been sort of a good feeling overall. Um, and my only actual in real life friend and my best friend, he's currently with his fiance many, many states away. And I will be contacting him and wishing him a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year when that comes around. But I do miss him being here. He's had a very rough life. Hi Azam, how you doing? Merry Christmas Eve. And so I really hope he has found himself the family that he really wants to be around with his fiance, and they they are certainly a very happy couple together. And I'm so glad he can live that life. So yeah, we're just kind of get started, and we'll start with a presidential speech from FDR as they prepared for World War II. Let me know if this is a little too loud.
Fellow workers for freedom. There are many men and women in America, sincere and faithful men and women, who are asking themselves this Christmas, how can we light our tree? How can we give our gifts? How can we meet and worship with love and with uplifted
Hey,
spirits
hey,
and
how you
hearts
doing?
in a world at war, a world of fighting and suffering and death. How can we pause, even for a day, even for
Welcome,
Christmas
welcome.
Day, in our urgent labor of arming a decent humanity against the enemies which beset it? How can we put the world aside, as men and women put the world aside in peaceful years, to rejoice in the birth of Christ? These are natural, inevitable questions in every part of the world which is resisting the evil thing. And even as we ask these questions, we know the answer. There is another preparation demanded of this nation beyond and beside the preparation of weapons and materials of war. There is demanded also of us the preparation of our hearts, the arming of our hearts. And when we make ready our hearts for the labor and the suffering and the ultimate victory which lie ahead, then we observe Christmas Day with all of its memories and all of its meanings, as we should. Looking into the days to come, I have set aside a day of prayer, and in that proclamation I have said, the year 1941 has brought upon our nation a war of aggression by powers dominated by arrogant rulers whose selfish purpose is to destroy free institutions. They would thereby take from the freedom-loving peoples of the earth the hard-won liberties gained over many centuries. The new year of 1942 calls for the courage and the resolution of old and young to help to win a world struggle in order that we may preserve all that we hold dear. We are confident in our devotion to country, in our love of freedom, in our inheritance of courage. But our strength, as the strength of all men everywhere, is of greater avail as God upholds us. Therefore, I do hereby appoint the first day of the year 1942 as a day of prayer, of asking forgiveness for our shortcomings of the past, of consecration to the tasks of the present, of asking God's help in days to come. We need his guidance, that this people may be a humble people, that it may be humble in spirit, but strong in the conviction of the right, steadfast to endure sacrifice, and brave to achieve a victory of liberty and peace. Our strongest weapon in this war
Impressed.
is that conviction of the dignity and brotherhood of man, which Christmas Day signifies more than any other day or any other symbol. Against enemies who preach the principles of hate and practice them, we set our faith in human love and in God's care for us and all men everywhere. It is in that spirit, and with particular thoughtfulness of those, our sons and brothers, who serve in our armed forces on land and sea, near and far, those who serve for us and endure for us, that we light our Christmas candles now across the continent from one coast to the other on this Christmas Eve. We have joined with many other nations and peoples in a very great cause. Millions
Happy
of them
holiday.
have been engaged in the
Merry
task of
Christmas.
defending good with their lifeblood for months and for years.
So that was FDR preparing the nation to go to war as his Christmas Eve address.
One of their great leaders.
It really goes to show people just don't speak that way anymore. There's not that level of urgency to enact upon whatever is going on anymore. This is something we really should be seeing in regards to current events around the world and gathering people to try to lighten the mood and have a day where everyone can really just enjoy being around family and friends and not have to worry so much. Christmas is the one day a year where everyone is just a little bit nicer. Even when talking about a war like World War II or World War One, it really, really hurt a lot of people's um, emotions and things. It brought them way down. But having a day like Christmas really does just help with everything in the year. I hope that makes sense as I ramble about these things. The next one we're going to listen to is President Reagan, 1983. This is 40 years later, where he's addressing the nation on Christmas Eve.
My fellow Americans, like so many of your homes, the White House is brimming with greens, colorful decorations, and a tree trimmed and ready for Christmas Day. And when Nancy and I look out from our upstairs windows, we can see the national Christmas tree standing in majestic beauty. Its lights fill the air with a spirit of love, hope, and joy from the heart of America. I shared that spirit recently when a young girl named Amy Benham helped me light our national tree. Amy had said that the tree that lights up our country must be seen all the way to heaven, and she said that her wish was to help me turn on its lights. Well, Amy's wish came true, but the greatest gift was mine, because I saw her eyes light up with hope and joy just as brightly as the lights on our national tree, and I'm sure they were both seen all the way to heaven, and they made the angels sing. Christmas is a time for children, and rightly so. We celebrate the birthday of the Prince of Peace who came as a babe in a manger. Some celebrate Christmas as the birthday of a great teacher and philosopher, but to other millions of us, Jesus is much more. He is divine, living assurance that God so loved the world, he gave us his only begotten Son, so that by believing in him and learning to love each other, we could one day be together in paradise. It's been said that all the kings who ever reigned and all the parliaments that ever sat have not done as much to advance the cause of peace on earth and goodwill to men as the man from Galilee, Jesus of Nazareth. Christmas is also a time to remember the treasures of our own history. We remember one Christmas in particular, 1776, our first year as a nation. The Revolutionary War had been going badly, but George Washington's faith, courage, and leadership would turn the tide of history our way. On Christmas night, he led a band of ragged soldiers across the Delaware River through driving snow to a victory that saved the cause of independence. It's said that their route of march was stained by bloody footprints, but their spirit never faltered, and their will could not be crushed. The image of George Washington kneeling in prayer in the snow is one of the most famous in American history. He personified a people who knew it was not enough to depend on their own courage and goodness. They must also seek help from God, their Father and Preserver. In a few hours, families and friends across America will join together in caroling parties and Christmas Eve services. Together, we'll renew that spirit of faith, peace, and giving, which has always marked the character of our people. In our moments of quiet reflection, I know we will remember our fellow citizens who may be lonely and in need tonight. Is the Christmas spirit still alive, some ask? Well, you bet it is. Being Americans, we open our hearts to neighbors less fortunate. We try to protect them from hunger and cold, and we reach out in so many ways, from Toys for Tots drives across the country, to Goodwill by the Salvation Army, to American Red Cross efforts which provide food, shelter, and Christmas cheer from Atlanta to Seattle. Churches are so generous it's impossible to keep track. One example, Reverend Bill Sengel's Presbyterian Meeting House in nearby Alexandria, Virginia, is simultaneously sponsoring Hot Meals on Wheels programs, making and delivering hundreds of sandwiches and box loads of clothes, while visiting local hospitals and sending postcards to shut-ins and religious dissidents abroad. Let us remember the families who maintain a watch for their missing in action. And yes, let us remember all those who were persecuted inside the Soviet bloc, not because they commit a crime, but because they love God in their hearts and want the freedom to celebrate Hanukkah or worship the Christ child. And because faith for us is not an empty word, we invoke the power of prayer to spread the spirit of peace. We ask protection for our soldiers who are guarding peace tonight, from frigid outposts in Alaska and the Korean demilitarized zone to the shores of Lebanon. One Lebanese mother told us that her little girl had only attended school 2 of the last 8 years. Now, she said, because of our presence there, her daughter can live a normal life. With patience and firmness, we can help bring peace to that strife-torn region and make our own lives more secure. The Christmas spirit of peace, hope, and love is a spirit Americans carry with them all year round, everywhere we go. As long as we do, we need never be afraid, because trusting in God is the one sure answer to all the problems we face. Till next week, thanks for listening. God bless you, and Merry Christmas.
I think that one's a really good one. It really speaks on no matter how bad things are, we can very easily find the spirit of Christmas within us. There are so many people in this world that are so much more fortunate or less fortunate than ourselves. And no matter who you are, Christmas means something, even if you say it doesn't. And there are so many more examples of speeches like this that presidents and other leaders around the world have given in their national holidays and religious holidays. And so, today I'd like to just enjoy the day and really get to hear what you guys think about Christmas or whatever holiday it is you celebrate. If you have any family that you're with, and if you're not, well, I'm hopefully able to be here with you. Because while I do have my family nearby, the one person who I would really love to be with is with his wife in another state far, far away. I spent a lot of time at work today asking people how they're doing and wishing them Merry Christmas, and a lot of people just had the same sort of somber interaction. It really just dawns on me how in need of Christmas and family that we as Americans are right now. And many people around the world may feel the same way. And so I hope tomorrow we can all just feel that a little bit happier, whether we're with family or friends, or people we don't even know. Have it be a day that you forget all of your worries and just be happy. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow as well, but it'll be much earlier in the day, because I do have a few plans for later that night.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
I personally have asked for the same Christmas gift for many years now, and that's for me, my family, my friends to all just have a nice day. Because that's all I ever want. I can do without toys and goods and things. I treat myself to that stuff throughout the year.
We're under
And so, what I'm really thankful for is just being able to be here on God's green earth and be able to help those in need with my position in life.
We're under attack.
I may not be able to interact the best way with everybody, but I do try my hardest. I certainly agree, Azim. I am very much grateful that if I'm here tomorrow, I'll be just as happy as I am today. It is certainly a gift to be alive.
Enemy ships detected.
Have you got any family nearby, Azim? Or anyone that you'd like to be around for Christmas?
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
Nice. Very nice. I'll cherish every moment of it. Because that's all we can do. It's the one thing in life we control without any sense of urgency or problems getting in the way.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
And it's actually, really nice to just have
Enemy ships detected.
days like today where
We're under
it
attack.
doesn't matter how hard
We're under attack.
I really didn't see anything new, other than the Alliance and Corporation update, which that hurts. There's gonna be a lot of corporations that are gonna have problems with that update. But did they put out a new patch thing? Oh yeah, I did see that. That is so unfortunate, but you know, probably necessary to help the economy a little bit. It is gonna cause a little bit of inflation because PI won't be as available now. So things will be more expensive, but that is a good thing for industrialists overall. Especially if they're self-sufficient industrialists. I feel like alphas should be able to at least have one planet, but, you know, it is what it is.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under
Yeah,
attack.
definitely is going to slow borders down quite a bit,
We're under
and
attack.
probably should do so. I understand, like, Eve and CCP, both prefer you to pay Omega in order to play as a multi-box scenario. Because that is kind of what it is supposed to be from Eve.
Enemy ships
I think they could relax the cost a little bit, so to make it more accessible. Uh-oh.
We're under attack.
But even still, when you look at $8 a month or something like that, is it? Just to have the basic? No, it's $5 a month as basic. Across 3 accounts, that's $15 a month. And there's a lot of people that can't do that.
Enemy ships detected.
I mean, you've got game services like many of the MMOs that are much more expensive than that. I'd like to see it somewhere around the $2, $2.50, $3 mark rather than the $4.99. But overall, it's not that bad. Yeah, usually EVE Online, you're better off just buying the the year worth of when it's on sale.
Fleet warp.
Alright, see you in a bit, Azum. I'll still be here, and I'll probably be here till midnight, give or take. I'll probably do Eve
Warp
until
drive
then,
active.
depending on whether or not I swap over to Core Keeper at some point tonight.
We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected.
Oh, jeez. I forgot to put on my thermal missiles. There we go.
Enemy ships detected.
That should fix my slow clear times a bit.
We're under attack.
Man, it was great. I actually had Salvar Harden see one of my videos and leave a comment. He's pretty much the reason why I got into multi-boxing, especially on Eve Echoes. I had seen it done on Eve Online, and I just went, nope, that's too much. But here, his playthrough with his
Warp.
Ravens has definitely inspired me to do what I'm doing now. Super thankful for him leaving a comment
Warp drive
the other
active.
day.
Enemy ships detected.
And it really just gets to me that so many people I interacted with, they just felt Christmas or the holidays were more of a hassle than it was an opportunity to try to find happiness or be with loved ones. Many of them couldn't be with loved ones either.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
I'm super thankful to everybody who's been watching my channel, leaving comments, and just overall interacting with my channel. It's grown tremendously quickly compared to what I thought it would do.
We're under
Um,
attack.
I never really intended to have a bunch of people or put out a bunch of ads or share what I'm doing on like social media or anything or making preparations. I just wanted to fire up a stream and talk to people, you know? And it certainly has been wonderful
Enemy ships detected.
interacting with all of you.
We're under attack.
I don't really have the words to express just how it feels to be in a position like I am. I spent a huge majority of my life trying not to get in people's way and not upset anybody and just not be that person that sticks out. In doing so, I ended up limiting myself quite a lot. I don't have many friends, and my family is all I have. I'm certainly not a loner or anything, but it certainly does make me grateful to be able to interact with other people who are also interested in whatever I'm also doing.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
So the one just the one thing I'd like to say above anything else is thank you. It means more to me than you will ever comprehend that you guys are here and enjoying what I'm doing.
We're under attack.
this time of year is so busy for me in terms of my job. Um, and I will continue to be busy all the way through February and the end of February. But after that, things will slow down and I'll be able to stream a little bit more consistently and regularly. But right now, it's just taking almost all of my energy to go to work and work as hard as I can. So that's why I haven't been streaming over the last couple weeks.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
So next year, I really only have a couple of plans for next year,
Enemy ships
just off the top of
detected.
my head. I want to do something in April. Small
attack.
one-day funny haha. Um, I'd like to get started on the Alpha to Omega series next year.
We're under attack.
And then I would also like to stream my Monster Hunter Wilds playthrough. If there's any games that I love more than
Enemy ships
a game like Eve Echoes or Eve Online, it's gonna be Monster Hunter. I've played Monster Hunter for many years now. I started with Freedom Unite, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, just before Monster Hunter Tri released. And then ever since I have played every single North American release of Monster Hunter. So that is Freedom Unite, Monster Hunter Tri, 3 Ultimate, 4 Ultimate, Generations Ultimate, World, Iceborne, Rise. That's a lot of games for the series. And I put somewhere in the 10,000 hour mark between all of those games.
Warp drive active.
The only other game series that ever got close to having that many hours that I've ever played was any of the Need for Speed games. Particularly, I loved Need for Speed Most Wanted and Need for Speed Carbon on the PlayStation 2. I also played quite a bit of Underground 2, Need for Speed, Most Wanted, 20, whatever it was, 11 remaster, whatever the hell it is. Terrible game, but I still played it. Need for Speed The Run was a good game. I enjoyed that. So, over the years, many of those games were Christmas presents for me. I think pretty much every single one except for Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate was a Christmas present. And Rise, and World Iceborne, and now Wilds. I've had so much fun with video games in general.
Enemy ships detected.
Over the years, it has really helped me in many situations that I didn't realize it would help me with, between hand-eye coordination, the ability to assess a situation and deal with it accordingly, that sort of Dark Souls emotion of dying and getting right back to it, that grind mindset. All of these skills have come in handy for me, and I never realized they would. But I see so many people that have the same level of experience, and they just don't use that information to their advantage. It's
Warp drive active.
saddening, really, that the term gamer really is more of a derogatory term, used mostly to just say that the person is useless. All they'll ever do is sit on that game and never put effort into anything else.
We're under attack.
Very few times has gamer been used positively, like they have skills and they know what they're doing.
We're under attack.
It's so small in comparison to the original intent of the word gamer. When we look at the future, and with technology advancing as quickly as it is, there's no doubting that gamers are going to be our future war heroes. Gamers are going to be our future leaders. And that might scare you a bit. But I have faith that the people of our generations who are really technologically driven and understand technology when it comes out and quickly adapt to it are going to be our best people. Yes, they may not be able to do that physical hard work that the generations before us were able to accomplish with very little ease or complaint, but huge amounts of sacrifice. The future won't be that level of sacrifice. I know I'm a bit ranty today, so I apologize for that. But it's really the only things I can think about today.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
Hmm.
Enemy ships detected. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Hello. Welcome back, Azum.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
You know, as a kid, my parents used to make me sit down and watch
Enemy ships
all the movies that they ever played, whenever it was a weekday. And, of course, that also applied to Christmas Eve and Christmas, and they would play Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Santa Claus Came to Town, and all of the claymations and animations and live-action films. And my brain is wired in such a way that I can watch a movie or listen to a song a couple of times and it's going to stick in my head for the rest of my life. And I'm going to remember pretty much the whole movie without having to actually turn it on. And as I got older, it became more of a hassle for me to just sit there and watch something that I already knew by heart and by memory, and I could just think about it and watch it whenever I wanted to. But as I sit here now, I really look back on that a little bit fondly, because it was a good time to be with my family, whether I liked sitting there or not.
fleet warp.
Certainly my favorite movie of the
Warp drive
bunch
active.
would probably have to be Santa Claus Comes to Town, the claymation, or Santa Claus, I guess it was called. And then after that, it would be Grinch with Jim Carrey.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, I get it. The world has just gotten much more busy ever since the early 2000s. People were busy before then, but they also made time to take time off work and actually take time to be with their loved ones as
Enemy
often as
ships
they could.
detected.
Maybe you should consider turning on an old claymation when you're at work. I think you'll find them quite hilarious and charming in this day and age. Alright. Do I have any other missions?
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
No, I haven't seen a Wayseeker yet. Are they, active again?
Enemy ships detected.
I would definitely run more tank if I was doing a Wayseeker, though. Hopefully I come across one in one of these systems. And then I can just have a video on the Wayseeker itself. To be honest, I really haven't played since the last time I uploaded. I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 and Core Keeper recently. Really into Core Keeper right now. Yeah, certainly I would do it for the bounties. The loot is a whole nother problem.
Autopilot engaged.
Well, we're getting there.
Warp drive active.
So here's our current, nope, that's not our current DPS, that's without the rapid fire.
Warp drive active.
I'm gonna miss how fast the Marshals are at moving between systems, when I move into a golem.
Destination reached.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
Nice. You just been running it with, cyans or something? Yeah, I was really thinking that we would have gotten the Marauders as, like,
Attack.
the Christmas update / January update.
Attack.
But I don't know. It just depends on how quickly they want to do that. I also hope we get things like, the other faction, destroyer and battlecruisers. Or the Loki and things like that. The T3 cruisers. I'm surprised we haven't seen the Onyx or the, what's the other one called? The MOA hull that has railguns instead of missiles. Or missiles instead of railguns. That's a T2 cruiser.
Enemy ships detected.
Yeah. I'm sure it's probably somewhere in the file
We're
since
under attack.
they probably have the assets available to them. They're just waiting on a event to be made, probably. Because I would do a lot more low-sec and null-sec shenanigans if I had something like the Tengu or
We're under attack.
Proteus, where they're immune to being scanned.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
For as popular as the Tengu is in EVE Online, I am really surprised we haven't seen that come out. Yeah, low-spec shenanigans. That'll include things like faction warfare and PvP, running story missions, things like that.
Enemy ships detected.
Those kind of streams would probably be only one character, since I need to focus on modules and things. Instead of trying to do it with 3 characters. Because that's how you get in trouble. Someone jumps you with multiple alts, and then the other person reports to you. Fair play.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yep, if you jump me, I report you. Oh yeah, part of the rules. That's been funny to watch all that happen over the last few months. Because all I can do is just look and laugh at it. By the way, this is our current DPS with the rapid module.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I mean, for like a glass tank passive build, that's pretty good. Let's see if I can fire up the active. There we go. That's the active.
Enemy ships detected.
So if I need to clear a wave or kill one enemy particularly quickly, that's what it's gonna need. As it sits right now, I can break the AI Cyan's tank I just don't know if these things can tank the AI Cyan's DPS. And I'm not really sure if I want to find out the hard way.
Enemy ships detected.
Because it would be nice to be able to do those 5.5 million-ish missions and not really worry about it. But, I don't know. Losing a... Hey, did they update the insurance on these things yet? Yeah, they've updated it. Now it's down to 66 billion and 83,000 compensation. Oh, yeah. That's the replacement cost of a Lancer Dreadnought.
Warp drive active.
By the way, do you happen to know what X-type missiles cost right now? The market's not showing a good enough price to know what the cost of an X-type missile is.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
Huh. Because I'm gonna be in the market for a few in the future. Because I want to take a, if the Golem comes
Enemy
out,
ships detected.
I want to take that thing and turn it into a 1 trillion ISK battleship. That means pretty much X-type everything, level 4 rigs, integrated all the way.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah. Yeah, I think no corps, certain individuals do have X-types.
Fleet warp.
I'm assuming they're probably gonna cost about 15 to 20 billion for each X-type,
Warp drive
but I
active.
could be very wrong.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
By the middle of next year, I should have my hands on 3 Lancer Dreadnoughts. Not sure what I'll do with them. I might just sell them. But that'll be a really good step toward making that 1 trillion-isk battleship.
Enemy ships detected.
I did see that they are selling the sleeper nanocores again, and I remember very, very vividly that there is a revelation that exists with that nanocore on it, and it is an absolute feast. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up with 3 Karuras. Although I do really like the idea of having 3 Hubris. I'm just not skilled into railguns or fighters anymore.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
I believe the Karura is the most tanky of the Lancer Dreads, right?
We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
It's a really good ship, but it is slow. And it depends on what he's trying to use it for. It really is just kind of like a sit there and
Enemy
tank
ships detected.
rather than dealing out damage.
We're being warp scrambled. We're
At least it
under
has the
attack.
option of railguns or missiles. That's a huge benefit to it. I guess I'll heal. I love this nanocore so much. This nanocore is so good.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under
Yeah, I mean, right now I've just got the AI gold core on it. Because it's got that. Wait, where'd it go? They removed it. What? It used to say recruiter on the side here. And now it doesn't.
enemy ships
All right.
detected.
They really need to add this information into the patch notes.
Enemy ships detected.
I'm thinking the recruiter tag that was on the side of these was a actual CCP skin where like one of their staff would fly one of these and it would have that on there so you knew that was a staff member. And I don't think they realized it actually had it on there for the AI core when they released it. And then it was also written backwards.
Fleet warp.
Yeah. That's my only thought on that. I really actually quite liked having that recruiter on the side. Because I don't think there's many people that have one AI marshal, much less 3 of them.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
And it really should have some sort of like supporter or recruiter on the side of it. just to show off what you've done. Or, the reason it's removed is because the update screwed something over. Just saying.
Enemy ships detected.
It's eBecca, so you can't have an update without some scuff. I really should probably put, like, a bug report on that, just in case it is an actual bug.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack.
But just like with the Marshals' tiny shield, I just want to see what happens. Because Tiny Shield Marshal is funny. Nope, I have not sold any of my RNIs yet. They're just sitting in my hangar, waiting to see what I do with them. I'm in between getting new nanocores for them and moving them out to Clairlem so I can AI with them. Or I sell them off or gift them as sort of like a giveaway on the channel. Because right now, there's no reason in me even flying the RNIs,
Fleet warp.
since the Marshal can literally do everything the RNI does.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Have you noticed that I haven't even had to run my shield boosters?
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Not even once. I ran it a little bit at the beginning when I was in foreign, but since I've been in perimeter, I haven't turned on my shield boosters.
Enemy ships detected.
Yeah. I only have 100. It's not like I have a ton of defense. 65 across the board isn't bad. But that's like a low average, I think.
Fleet warp.
I guess I missed a mission.
Warp drive active.
Two. Large lab in foreign? Yes.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Two. Nope, not that one.
Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, if I ever feel like I need to heal, I can just turn on my
Enemy
nanocore,
detected.
and that'll give me my 30%
We're
health
under
back.
attack.
And I still don't even have to use it.
We're under attack. Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
Quite a few missions.
We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected.
Alrighty, sir. Good night and Merry Christmas to you. I may or may not be on tomorrow, depending on how the day goes. So, Merry Christmas, and spend some time with your family, okay? Thank you for being here.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, once I finish off this next round of foreign, I'll probably call it a night. That's still a long way off.
Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, I'd like to hear if you guys have any Christmas stories or holiday stories that you'd like to share, and see what you guys are thankful for and grateful for.
Enemy ships detected.
I'm gonna say it again. Thank you so much, guys, for following the channel, enjoying what I do. It means more to me than anything in the world right now,
Detected.
other than family. Family is always my most important thing.
We're under attack. We're under attack. Fleet warp.
So we've got another
Warp drive active.
1.4 billion between my two ults, so I'll probably consolidate that into my main account pretty soon. overall, the Marshals just been good at doing what I want it to. I have no complaints at all. And it has really only gotten better as time goes on.
Enemy ships detected. Enemy ships detected. Fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
Enemy ships detected. Enemy ships detected. Fleet War.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. Enemy ships detected.
One last mission here in Perimeter, and then we'll move on to
Enemy
Foreign
ships
again.
detected.
Just gonna use my nanocore to heal up this damage, and output a little bit extra DPS.
Fleet War.
I should probably hit warp before I go through all the dialogue, so that way I'm min-maxing my time between combat.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. Enemy ships detected.
Alright, on to foreign.
Autopilot engaged.
So as we're going through one last mission in foreign, I wanted to go through and read
Warp drive
Bill
active.
Murray's Scrooged script in his last major speech. So if you don't know Scrooged, it is the story of a wealthy individual who has given everything up for money and has pretty much set him on a path of no one caring for him when he dies and things like that.
Warp drive
And
active.
he is visited by the three ghosts on Christmas, past, present, and future, where they show him what has happened and what he has lost and what he will become if he stays on the path that he is. And during his last moments of that, he realizes
Destination reached.
what he has to do to change and what he's willing to do. And he pretty much makes this miraculous turnaround into being a much better person than he currently was at the time of the ghost visiting him.
Warp drive active.
It is certainly one of the best Christmas movies of all time. And so, let's get this started, and I will start reading that.
We're being warp scrambled.
And this is Bill Murray in
We're
Scrooged.
under attack.
I'm not crazy. It's Christmas Eve. It's the one night a year when we all act a little nicer. We smile a little easier. We cheer a little more. For a couple hours out of the whole year, we are the people we've always wanted to be. I know it's a miracle. It's really sort of a miracle because it happens every Christmas Eve. And if you waste that miracle, you're going to burn it. I know what I'm talking about. You have to do something. You have to take a chance. You have to get involved. There are people that are having trouble making that miracle happen. There are people that don't have enough to eat. There are people that are cold.
Enemy ships
You can go out and say hello to these people.
We're under attack.
You can take an old blanket out of the closet
Under attack.
and say, here, You can make them a sandwich and say, oh, by the way, here, I get it now. And if you give, then it can happen. The miracle can happen to you. It's not just the poor and the hungry. It's everybody who has got to have this miracle. And it can happen tonight for all of you. If you believe in this spirit thing, the miracle will happen, and then you'll want it to happen again tomorrow. You won't be one of these bastards who says Christmas is only once a year, and it's a fraud. It's not. It can happen every day. You just got to want that feeling. And if you like it, and you want it, you'll get greedy for it.
Ships detected.
You want it every day for the rest of your life, and it can happen to you. I believe in it now. I believe it's going to happen to me now. I'm ready for it, and it's great. It's a good feeling. It's really better than anything I've felt in a long time. I'm ready. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody. It's the one night of the year
Under attack.
when we all act a little nicer. We smile a little easier. We cheer a little more. For a couple hours out of the whole year, we are the people we always hoped we would be. I think that speech, in and of itself, tells you everything you need to know about Christmas and how it affects every person on this planet, whether you celebrate it or not. It is really, truly a miracle to behold. And we can share it with everybody, with anybody. It doesn't matter whether you are poor, whether you are rich. This sense of taking care of yourself and somebody else, and just being nice and sharing a smile, is more than any amount of money could ever do.
We're under
It is more than any amount of effort that anybody can put in. It's the smallest thing that you can do is to share that feeling with somebody. And just a smile, a hello, a Merry Christmas. There is nothing better in the world than that. And with all that's said and done, we can all be that good every day of the year. I know we all have our rough parts, and we all have trouble. But we can all smile with each other. In the very least. So with that, I will leave you with a Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night. Thank you for being here with me.